When I was a kid, there were a few amps that lived in the guitar magazines. One of them felt completely and utterly untouchable, the Soldano SLO. And then 3 years ago, this happened. Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new to the channel, then hey, check it out. It's my SLO 30JP, my custom made SLO. Yeah, I love this amp. Recently I have fallen in love with this amp all over again, but I'll tell you why in just a second. But hey man, this amp, the SLO, it was always the unicorn amp. It was the one in the guitar magazines back in like 1989, 1990 when I started playing guitar. That was the one which was just unreachable. It felt like it anyway. I remember going into a guitar store one day on Denmark Street in the UK in London, and I was asking about the SLO for some reason, and he was like, yeah dude, they're like £3,500. And that was just like, what? Back then, you know, if you account for inflation, it was like somebody saying to you, this amp costs like 10 grand. Yeah, they were expensive even back then, but they were the coveted amp. You know, all the rock stars had them and they used them on records and stuff like that. Some of my favorite tones ever were done on SLOs. Warren DeMartini, one of my absolute favorite guitar players, his tone on Detonator and Nobody Rides for Free, SLO. Yeah, that was the tone. And I've been chasing after it and after it and after it for years and years and years. I remember just like obsessing over that amplifier, thinking, you know what, one day I have to get one, but I had no idea how I would ever get one. But eventually I did get lucky with a couple of pieces of Soldano gear. Firstly, there was the Supercharger GTO pedal. Yep, managed to pick one up at just a couple $100 back then. And I used that because it was the front end of a Soldano SLO, and that was the tone I'd been chasing after. So I finally had it in a pedal format, and I actually recorded with it. My early recordings were with a Supercharger pedal, and I had a Boss DS1 boosting it. And then I used to go into a Pod 2.0, and then I used to record it. Imagine that. It's kind of like guerrilla style, but it worked and it sounded pretty good. In fact, my first album, Strange Day, was all that setup. Then I managed to get an SP77 preamp as well. I wish I still had that. I sold it years ago, but man, it was just a coveted piece of gear. It had that Soldano sound again, you know, and it was just something that I wanted. It was a childhood dream. Eventually, in the year 2000, I decided that I was going to try and build myself one, so I did. I actually managed to build one from scratch. It worked for a little while, but my amp building skills were a little bit sketchy at that time, and then it stopped working. But hey, it sounded good when it did work, but I could not wind it up because 100-watt amp. Then 3 years ago, this came into my life. This is actually made from a kit by my friends over at Rosamp. And as soon as I saw the kit, I basically just hit the buy now button. And I'm so glad that I did, because I had been chasing after an SLO for so long. I should have bought one years ago, but I just didn't. I didn't get round to it, made excuses, they're too expensive, can't find one, etc., etc. I could have, but I didn't. Anyways, eventually when the kit came along, I decided, you know what, I'm going to build one, and I built this absolutely monstrous little amp, and it's been so gorgeous to play. This amp has the SLO's soul inside it. It sounds like an SLO. It feels like an SLO. The knobs go up to 11 as well. Yeah. And it's a very, very special sound. Now, I rediscovered this amp very recently because of one other piece of gear in my studio, my KHE amp switcher. Huge thank you to Marcus, and shout out for him for building this. This really has changed my studio because I can access all of my amps so quickly through. I can basically just switch between them if I want. And this is one that I switched to quite regularly now because I can. It's so easy. I don't have to like switch wires into load boxes or anything like that. Literally is just flick a switch and I've got my SLO sound right there ready to record. And that's really special. And earlier this week I was recording a track and I decided to use my tube amps rather than my modelers and stuff like that. I really wanted to use my tube amps and this was the first one that I used. Yep, the rhythm tracks. This one was at the top of the list. And as soon as I plugged in and I played, it was like, there's that sound. There's that magic that happens only with an SLO. So to answer the question which I posed in the title of this video, do I still love it? I still absolutely adore this amplifier. Honestly, there was actually a point where I plugged into it and I was like, nah, it sounds good. And I was actually comparing it to my EVH 5153 6L6 amp. I totally adore that amplifier. And, you know, I was plugging into that. It has so much gain. It's so easy to play. And then I plugged into this and I was like, which one do I like? And kind of, there was that moment where it was like, have I kind of fallen out of love with this amp? But honestly, when I plugged into it earlier this week, that magic was just there in abundance. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, do me a huge favor and smash that subscribe button and hit the bell notification as well so that you don't miss more videos which I'm going to put out about my amplifier collection. I know you're going to want to see them and I know I'm going to want to do them. Thank you so much. Now this actual amplifier, this is called the SLO 30 JP for a reason because hey, JP made it, right? But it has all of the features of an SLO. It is technically 3 channels. We have our clean channel, which is pristine clean. It has the crunch channel, which is actually a modification of the clean channel. So there's a switch on the front where I can switch between the clean and the crunch. And then we have our overdrive channel. That is the, you know, turn it up to 11 thing. And like I said earlier, all the knobs do go up to 11 on this. Like they should, because honestly, back in the day, this was the amp which actually moved things forward. You know, throughout the 80s, there were the Marshalls and the Mesa Boogies. But when the Soldano came along, it was higher gain. It was just more pep. It was what everyone was chasing after. And Mike Soldano did something genius when he created this because, man, he created something which everybody just totally jumped on board with. Rightfully so, because it was a different sound. It moved the game forward. And that's what a good amplifier does, in my opinion anyways. You know, when it changes everyone's perception of what a great sound is, man, that's just magic. That's like Eddie Van Halen and his tapping. When everyone saw that, they were just like, hey, what just happened? It was the same with the Soldano. Maybe that's why I was so kind of enamored with the amplifier and the tone as well. But anyways, back to this amplifier. Building it was an absolute pleasure because it gave me a chance to actually personalize it. I didn't do anything to the insides of the amp or modify it in any way. But hey, look at it. Look, you can see it. It is customized to look like my SLO 30. Hence I put SLO 30 JP on the front as well. I built the cabinet myself, I did the grill myself, and also the logo, etc, etc. And you know, I just adore this amp. I just wanted to give it a shout out because I think it deserves it. I wanted to share some tones with you. When I did this track, you know, I was really in my element. It was so quick to do this track. All the rhythm tracks, they basically just happened so quickly like that. And then the solos like that. Yeah. And it was done. Then I was mixing the track and everything just actually sat so beautifully in the track that I did. That was a real mind blower. I didn't have to do too much work. Just had to do some levels and wow, everything was just popping out. The leads were popping out. The rhythms were on the side. The cleans just sounded pristine. Such an easy mix to do. So there you go. Now you know the story of my love affair with the SLO amplifier. And I do absolutely adore it. I'm going to be using this much more. Again, shout out to Marcus for the KHE amp switcher, which I have in my studio now. It makes this possible every single day with just a couple of flicks of switches, which is just phenomenal. I love it. I would love to know what your favorite amp sound is. So leave a comment and let me know. And let me know, what do you think of the Soldano Tone and SLO amps? And if you have one, alrighty gang, I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, you know the drill. Please do subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification as well. Give the video a like and a hype as well. It's so much appreciated. Leave a comment because I love interacting with you guys. I love to read your comments as well. And also share this video with your tone loving friends as well. We should all spread the gospel of the SLO, shouldn't we? I think so. Alrighty, it's time for the track. This was pure rock and roll, man. The riffs and the licks just popped out. Yeah. I didn't have to fight them, just plugged into this. The tone just inspired. I love it. I hope you guys enjoy listening to it as well. Alrighty, guys and girls, have an amazing day, and I'll see you soon with another one. Bye for now.